Hello, scholars. Welcome back to another live PEP ability test class. And today we're going to continue what we started last week. We did the stem and leaf plot. And what we did last week was, for many students, it was their introduction to the stem and leaf plot. And so we looked at several stem and leaf plots and interpreted them. This week, as I promised you, we're going to be actually making our own stem and leaf plots from the raw information, from the raw data. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. It's going to be very interesting, especially for those who are not yet versed in the stem and leaf plot. So stay tuned. Hello, CSEC math students. I know you are busy preparing for your math tests and your CSEC exams coming up. I have a very important question to ask you. Do you like my new hat? Thank you. Now, another important question. Have you ever gotten a math problem wrong simply because of one little mistake? I'm sure you have, as thousands of other students have. Now, in this series, we're going to be looking at the common mistakes that students make with all the topics in CSEC math. We're going to look at the common errors, demystify everything. Make sure you watch every video in this series so that you can avoid making those mistakes. Stay tuned. Scholars, did you know that most times students get problems wrong in mathematics is as a result of one single error or one mistake? Well, absolutely true. And we're going to be looking at the common errors that students make in the different mathematics. If we know the error, we can certainly avoid making them. Okay, so off we go, and I'd like to welcome my scholars in studio. Welcome, John, Amari. Who is there? Is it just Amari or just John? You two look alike.
Missy's doing something. He'll soon be here. It's Amari.
Okay, so John will soon be there. And Jer, welcome. All right, also welcoming Lejonde. And Lejonde, I'm going to ask you to turn your video on, your camera on. Those in the chat, welcome Michaela, welcome Janice.
Miss,
Yes.
my
Yes,
screen is saying it's unable to access the camera. Make sure it's properly connected and not used by another application. I don't know what that means, Miss.
Okay, Mom, you're gonna have to sort that out another time. All right. So we're going to be creating our own stem and leaf plots. Good night, Alyssa. Welcome. So I have some information. We're not sharing the screen tonight. We're actually going to be working from the board. So I want to adjust so you can see. And I'm starting over here. So I'm going to move my camera so you can see over here. Can you see the board?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
All right. So it's the stem and leaf plots. And those are the first two. So the first one we're going to do, ages of people at the park. So we did a survey. We went to the park. My board is lean. I need to adjust that. Hold on. Is that any straighter? Is it straight? Yeah, it's straight. All right, so let me write the numbers that we have. So it's 6, 3, 8, 1, 1, 2, 9, 12, 13. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21 numbers. Are you able to see the numbers?
Yes, miss, but I
On the board?
miss. Well, miss I
Yes.
can't see most of them, miss, except for the one that comes after night.
Huh?
Miss, I can't see most of them. Miss, I can't see all of them
Most
now.
of them. Can see them now.
Yes, miss.
All right. So remember, this is the raw data, just the numbers. For the stem, we are going to put the first digit here, and then the other digit will come with the leaf, right? Since we have ones and twos and threes and so on, so we're going to start with what would be our stem for the 1, 2, 3, 9, for those digits. What would be our stem? What digits?
Miss, you go about this
Remember,
plot, miss.
when we're doing the single digit numbers, what was the stem? The stem is 0. For the single digit numbers, the stem is 0. And we have some 20s and we have some 30s. So we're going to have the 2s and the 3s. Those are our stem. All right, what are all the single digit numbers? So we have 2 1s, we have a 2, we have a 3, a 5, a 6, and a 9. 2 6s. So 3, 5, 2 6s, and a 9. So double check for me and see if I wrote all the single digit numbers. So we have 2 1s, we have 1, 2, we have 3, 5, 6, 6, and 9. Are those all the single digits? Oh, we left out the teens. We left out the teens. We have some numbers in the teens. So in the teens, we have 2 12s, 13, 15, and 19. So 2 12s, 13, 15, and 19. Do you know why I'm just writing a 2 and calling it 12? Why did I put a 2 here and I said that's a 12 and that's another 12? Those who were here, were you in the class last week or did you watch that video where we introduced the stem and leaf plots? Do you remember, Amari?
Miss, is it because you match it with the 1?
I'm matching it with the 1. So the 1 is the stem. I'm matching each of these digits with the stem. So this is 1 and 2. That's 12, 12, 13, 15, 19. So the numbers in the 20s, we have a 20, 23, and 29. What am I going to put to represent the 20? I already have my 2 in the stem. So what I need to put over on the leaf side?
0, Miss.
0. So that's 20. And for the 23, I just put a 3. So that's 2 and 3. The 29, I just put a 9. That's 2 and 9. And for the 30s, I have 32, 34, and 38. I just put a 2, a 4, and an 8. I'm supposed to have 21 numbers. Let me double check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. What did I leave out? I asked you guys to help me check. I left out the 8. So 8 should be here. Change that to an 8. What else did I leave out? So we have 2 6s, 1s, a 2, a 3, a 5. Oh, it's 3 6s. You guys not working with me now. I'm here all by myself doing the work. It's 3 6s, an 8, and a 9. Do you understand so far what we're doing? Do you have any questions?
Yes, I'm understanding.
Since you're not working, I'm feeling like you're not understanding.
Miss, I'm not understanding. Miss, I'm not
So I'm
understanding.
using these numbers then. 8 of people.
Why are you turning the camera
So we went to the park, we asked persons, how old are you? And they were willing to tell how old they were. 2 of them were 1, and their moms told us she's 1 or he's 1. 1 of them was 2. We had a 3-year-old, 3 6-year-olds, and so on. Now we want to put this information in the stem and leaf plot. For the stem and leaf plot, the stem represents the first digit of the numbers, and the leaf represents the second or other digits of the numbers. So if I'm writing, these are the single digit numbers, so they start with a 0. You know, 0, 1 is still 1, 0, 7 is still 1. So we have zeros, these are, so this is 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 6, 8, and 9. Those are the single digits. For the teens, we just need to write 1 here, and then everything here would match with the 1. So for the 12, I just need to write 1 and 2. And there's another 12. There are 2 12s, so I have 2 2s here. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. For the 13, I just have the 1 already. I just write a 3 over on the leaf side. Do you understand now? Amari, are you getting it now?
Yes, yes. Yes, miss.
So I was just double checking. I know I'm supposed to have 21 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 numbers. Now last week, when we did the stem and leaf plot, we used the information to find the mode, the mean, the median, and the range for the set of numbers. And for some of them, we also have the probability of certain things occurring. We're going to do some probability later on tonight, but for each of these stem and leaves that we're going to do, we will find the mean, the mode, the median, and range. Now, if you remember the mean, we get the mean by adding all the numbers and dividing by the amount of numbers. So it's 21 numbers, so we're going to find the mean. So the mean or the average with all the numbers, add them up. 6 plus 3 plus 8 plus 1 plus whatever, adding all of them. So I did that beforehand and I got 294. And to find the mean, I divide that by 21 since it's 21 numbers, and the answer is 14. So the mean of numbers is 14. The median, do you remember what the median is? Who remembers what the median is?
If I remember, Miss Median is when you arrange, yes, Miss the Median is when you arrange all the numbers in order and then you find which one is in the middle. And if there's two, Miss you
Find the
divide them by 2.
median. Right, so to find it, you put all the numbers in order from smallest to biggest, and then the one that falls in the middle is the median. If two of them middle, we're supposed to add the two of them and divide by 2. Since it's 21 numbers, it's an odd number of numbers. So we know that one number will have 10 numbers to one side and 10 to the other side, and one number will be. Since on the stem and leaf, we already arranged them. We already arranged them in order on our stem and leaf and put the smallest first, and so it's already in order. So we need to have 10 on one side and then we get the median. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so this number is the median. What number is it? So we have 10 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this number is in the middle. Which number is that?
Miss, is that 11? Miss, 11.
This number here?
Miss, I can't see it properly. Miss, my screen is blurry.
It's at 2.
Oh, Miss 12. It's right the 12.
It's 12. So 1 and 2. So the median is 12. The mode is the most frequent number. So which number is up there the most?
Miss, I would say
Or more than the others?
Miss, I can't really see the numbers properly.
You can't see the numbers properly?
No, Miss, it's blurry.
Yes, Miss, your screen is blurry.
Okay, I'm sorry about. So we have 3 6s. These are 6 6s. It's 3 of them. And we have 2 12s, 2 1s, but 3 6s. 6 is the mode. All right, let me see if I can bring this closer. Are you able to see any better?
No, Miss, it's not that we can't see it. It's just blurry.
Okay, so you're seeing them, but they're blurred.
Yes, Miss.
All right, sorry about that. Okay, and the range would be what?
Miss, that's good, Miss.
So the range is the difference between the biggest and the smallest.
Miss, one from
So
30.
the range would be
38
38 minus 1.
Miss, that's 37.
So that's 37. All right, so let's do the same thing for this stem and leaf. So this one represents the weights of children in K3 in pounds. All right, so these are the weights in pounds: 49, 36, 15, 24, 62, 60, 34, 13, 30, 58, and 55. So 49, 36, 15, 24, 62, 60, 34, 13, 30, 58, and 55. So let's make our stem and leaf plot. There is no single digit number. We have some in the teens, we have some 20s, we're 120, we have some 30s, we have a 40, 50, and 60. So we don't need to put the 0 because there's no number in the single digits. Or we could put the 0 and just leave it blank. We could do that as well. For the teens, we have 15. Well, we have 13 first, and then 15. For the 20s, we just have 24. For the 30s, we have 34. We have 30, 34, and 36. For the 40s, we just have. For the 50s, we have 55 and 58, and for the 60s, we have 60 and 62. So let me make sure I have all my numbers. I'm supposed to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm supposed to have 11 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 numbers. All right, so let's find our mean, median, mode, and range. How do we find the mean of a set of numbers?
All the numbers and divide it by how much numbers are there.
Adding all the numbers and dividing by the amount of numbers. So it's 11 numbers. And when I added them up, I got 436. So it's 436 divided by 11. And that gave 39 and 7 over 11. As a decimal, 39.63. Now the median is the middle number. Since it's 11 of them, one number will fall in the middle because it's an odd number of numbers. So we should have how many numbers should we have to one side and how many to the other side? It's 11 of them.
Miss, we should have 5 to one side and 5 to the next side.
So we should have 5 on the left, 5 on the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would have the 6 in the middle, 36 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the median is 36. Bear in mind, it's not 6. This is the digit 6, but it doesn't represent 6. It's 3 and 6, so it's 36. The mode is the most frequent one. So which number do we see more than the others? All right, so
for the mode. Miss, there's no mode.
There's no mode because all the numbers are single digits. So sometimes there is no mode, and that's fine. There is no mode. And the range, how would we find the range?
Miss, by subtracting the greatest number from the least number and find what's in between, Miss.
All right, so we find the range by subtracting the smallest number from the biggest number. What is the biggest number in this data set?
62, Miss.
And what's the smallest one?
The
13.
smallest one is
Smallest one
13.
is 13. Okay, so the range would be 62 minus 13, which is
Miss, I got 49. 14. Wait,
49.
yes, 49.
Okay. Any questions on this set? Hi, Madison. Welcome. Any questions on this set? So everybody good? All right, so everybody's good. So let's go on to the next set. All right. Let's go on to the next set. I'm shifting my... So this one is showing car sales at a particular car dealer. Car sales on April 4, 2021. All right, so let me write the figures for that one. And this one, we're in addition to the mode, median, and range and mean, we're going to also find some abilities like we did last week. So let's see, these are the numbers of cars that were sold by car salesmen at this particular dealership. Now, you know, salesmen are, different.
Excuse
Some of
me.
them are very good at their job. Yes.
Can't really see the screen. It is.
Pardon me?
I cannot
Yes,
really see.
Sunday?
Miss. It is very. The screen is very blurry, Miss.
All right. I can't do anything about that now, so I want you to listen as I read, and if you want, you can jot down the numbers. When I'm looking at the screen on my laptop, it seems fine. All right, so listen to what I'm saying. If you want, you can jot down the numbers quickly. So I'm going to write the numbers of cars, and as I was saying, some salesmen will sell lots of cars per day. Some might only sell one or two if they're not good at the job or they don't have the experience. So the more experienced ones and the more, they just have a knack for it, they will sell lots of cars. All right, so we have from 1 all the way up to 40 something cars. So they. All right, so let me make sure I have all of them. 16. All right, so it's 20 salesmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so now we're going to take them from the raw data and put them into the stem and leaf. Remember that the first digits would be the stem and the second digits would be the leaves. So we'll start. We have some single digit numbers. So we have 1, 4, 7, 8, and 9. So 1, 4, 7, 8, and 9. Those are our single digit numbers. In teens, we have 2 12s, 2 13s, so 2 12s, 2 13s, We have a 14, 16, and 19. 14, 16, 19. In the 20s, we have 20, 22, we have two 20s, 22, 28. In the 30s, we have 32, 32 and 36. And in the 40s, we have 46. So let me count and make sure I have all 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have all 20 represented. And now I'm going to find the mean, median, the mode, and the rate. All right, so the mean is to add them up and divide by 11, and I got 436 when I added them up, divided by 11, and that gave oh, sorry, no, I'm doing the wrong thing, not 11. I'm doing the one that I did before. So the mean for this set was 362, and it's 20 numbers. So we got 18 and 1 over 10. The median, or the mean number, is 20 numbers, so 2 numbers will fall in the middle. We should have 9 on one side, 9 on the other side, and 2 numbers in the middle. And then we're going to need to add those 2 numbers and divide by 2, because it's an even setup. So we should have 9 on one side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that leaves the 14 and the 16 in the middle. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the other side. So 14 plus 16 gives 30, and we divide that by 2. So the median is 15. The mode is the most frequent number. But looking at the stem and leaf, we see that there are actually 3 modes. We have 2 12s, 2 13s, and 2 20s. And that is allowed. You can have more than one mode. So 12 is the mode, 13 is the mode, and 20 is also the mode. And the range would be the difference between the biggest and the smallest. So the biggest number is 46 and the smallest is 1. So that's 46 minus 1, which is 5. All right, now I also wanted to do probability for this set. But before I do that, I want you to let me know if you understand so far and if you have any questions.
Miss, I understand.
Everybody good so far?
Yes, miss.
All right. What will be the probability of there being a prime number set of cards sold? What's the probability that we'll have prime numbers sold? Out of all the cars sold, remember it's 20 salesmen. What's the probability that a salesman would sell a prime number set of cars? All right, so Madison is saying 4 out of 20. So you're saying there are 4 prime numbers. What are the 4 prime numbers you're seeing, Madison? All right, okay. 13, 13, 7, and 19. Okay, 13, 13, 7, and 19. That is correct. So the probability of having a prime number set of cards, that's 4 prime numbers, 4 salesmen who sold a prime number set of cars, right? 4 salesmen out of the 20 salesmen, so that cancels down to 1/5. What's the probability of having an even number set of cars? So, how many even numbers are there? So, 46 is even, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 even numbers, and it's 20 salesmen, so 14 over 20, and that cancels to 7 over 10. What's the probability of having an odd number set of cars sold? So let's count the odd numbers. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 odd numbers out of the 20 salesmen. 6 salesmen sold odd number cars, and 6 over 20 cancels to 3 over 10. How about composite numbers? What is that number? Who can remind us the definition?
Miss, I know. Miss, a composite number is a number
A
3
number
or more
that-
factor. 3 or more factors.
Will you give me a chance?
Huh? Say that again.
Miss, a composite number is a number with 3 or more factors.
It's a number with, with 3 or more factors. Okay. All right. So a composite number is and has 3 or more factors. In other words, or more numbers add exactly into it. So it's 46 composites. Once it's even, other than number 2, once it's even, it's going to be composite because we know it can go into itself, 1 can go into it, can go into even numbers. So all even numbers except number 2 is composite. And some odd numbers are also composite because they have 3 or more factors. So 46 is composite. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 12 is composite. 9 is composite. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 composite numbers. So the composite numbers are 46, 30, 22, 12, 9, 12, 36, 28, 14, 20, 16, 32, 28, and 4. So they are all composite because they are not 3 or more numbers that can go into them. So for the probability of it being composite, it's 15 over 20, which cancels to 3 over 4. All right, 2 more for this set. What's the probability that we had a number less than 15? How many numbers there are less than 15? So we have the third, well, we can just look at the stem and leaf. Everything here down is less than 15. So that's the 14, 13, 13, 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers are less than 15. And 10 over 20, we know it's a half. And what's the probability of it being greater than 20? All right, so greater than 20 would be anything after here, because this is where 20 is. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 salesmen had numbers greater than 20. And 6 over 20 cancels to 3 over 10. All right, so let's do some now. I want you to do one for me. I'm going to tell you the numbers, and I want you to set up your stem and leaf plot, and you're going to tell me the digits that you have in the stem and the digits that you have in the leaf. All right, so get your notebooks ready to write down the information. All right, so the topic of this, the title, sorry, of this stem and leaf, books lent at the library. So on a particular day, we went and we found out from the librarian how many books were borrowed. And let's say maybe a class, a teacher borrowed some books for her class. So we're going to have some numbers that might be in the teens or 20s. All right, so here are the numbers. Write them down for me. And they're going to be jumbled, so you're going to have to arrange them. All right, so write 25, 7, 18, 13, 6, 9, 30, 12, 8, 5. I'm going to call them again. Yes, I'm going to call them again. So we have 25, 7, 18, 13, 6, 9, 30, 12, 8, and 5. So quickly make your stem and leaf, and then I'm going to ask you some questions. So I'm giving everybody 2 minutes. I don't think you need more than 2 minutes. It's a simple stem and leaf. It's 10 numbers. Are you finished?
Miss, I sent my answer in the chat.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that's correct, Madison. All right, Michaela has STEM 0. Michaela, I think you left off the 5. You left off a 5, Michaela. Double check that, please. All right, so everybody ready to go? Still need another minute? All right. So what you should have under the stem, you should have 0. And then for the leaf, you should have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then for the stem, you should have 1. And for the leaf of that stem, you should have 2, 3, and 8. For the stem, you should have 2 and then just a 5 for the leaf. And you should have a 3 and a 0 for the leaf. Now, I want you to work out for me the mean or the average. Work out the mean or average for that set of numbers. And let me hear your answer. Remember the format for finding the mean or the average. You are to add all the numbers and divide them by the amount of numbers. No answer yet for the mean or average? Come on, students. Why is it taking so long to add 10 numbers, 10 simple numbers? All right, so I see something coming in. Madison is saying 13.4. Jerry is saying 13.4. Any other answer? Okay, Michaela is saying 13.3. Amari and John are saying 13.3. Well, the
Well,
10.3
Miss.
is correct. Yes,
Oh,
John? 13.3 is correct. Jer and Madison, you're a bit off. I think you made a
Miss.
miscalculation there by
Miss, I
one.
thought.
When we added them up, we got 133. So you two,
I
it
got
seems you got
134.
134. Right, it's 133. And then it's 10 numbers. Divide that by 10, and we'll get 13 and 3 over 10, or 13.3. All right, how about the median? What's the median? So the median is the middle number. They are already in order when you construct your stem and leaf. Now remember, some stem and leaves you're going to see and they're not in order, and you have to put them in order. But since you created your stem and leaf from scratch, if you did it the way I showed you to do it, you would get your numbers in order. Since it's 10 numbers, that's an even set of numbers. We're going to have two numbers in the middle. So we're going to have to add those two numbers and divide by 2. Madison is saying, well, Jerry is saying 12. And then he changed his mind to 11. Madison is saying 5.5.
This is 1.1 I have.
Or 1.1 as the median. How did you work that, Jer?
Miss, because when I realized that in the middle, I was left with 9 and 12. So I added them, then divide them by 2.
And you get 1.1. 9 plus 12 is what?
Miss, it's 21, and then you divide by 2. Miss, is it
And you get what?
1.5?
No,
Oh, 10.5. Sorry, Miss.
10.5. Or 10 and a half. Okay, so Madison just got it. 10.5. The median, not 1.5, Michaela, 10.5. So two numbers fall in the middle, the 9 and the 12. We add them together, we get 21, and we divide by 2 to get 10.5. How about the mode? What's the mode?
Miss, there are none?
There is none. There is no mode, that is correct. And how about the range? How did you get 25,
25, Miss?
Madison? How you got 25?
Miss, the smallest number is 5 and the largest number is 30. So, sorry, you take 5 from 30 and you get 25.
Okay, that is correct. All right, two probability questions, and then we're out of here. So what's the probability of getting a multiple of 4? What's the probability of us getting a multiple of 4? Madison says 1/5. Any other answer? The probability of getting a multiple of 4. How did you get 1/5? Madison and Michaela got 1/5 also. How did you get 1/5?
Miss, what I did is I looked at all the numbers and the two multiples of 4 are 8 and 12, because 4 times 2 gives you 8 and 4 times 3 gives you 12, which makes them multiples. And those are the only two multiples that are multiples of 4. And then the fraction for that is 2 out of 10, which can be reduced to 1/5, because 2 goes into itself 1 time and 2 goes into 10 5 times.
Okay. All right. Final question. What is the probability of us getting a factor of 60? What's the probability of a number being a factor of 60?
Miss, is it 4/10?
Reduce it and tell me how you got 4/10.
Miss, because the factors of 60 that are in this list are 5, 13, 25, and 30, Miss.
13 and 25 cannot go into 60 without leaving a remainder. They are not factors of 60.
Yes, so it is 2/10.
No, it's not. Michaela is saying 2/5. She is correct. Madison saying 3/10. That's not correct. How many numbers there are factors of 60? The 5, the 6, the 12, and the 30. 4 factors. 5, 6, 12, and 30. So 4 out of 10 cancels to 2 out of 5. So that's the probability of getting a factor of 60. And that's the wrap for us for tonight. Thank you, scholars, for being with me, and as always, for sharing your expertise with me. And remember, so tomorrow we have another PEP class at 7. Don't miss it. Until then, I'll see you, students, in the next video. So good night.
Bye, Miss. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Hello, CSEC math students. I know you are busy preparing for your math tests and CSEC exams coming up. I have a very important question to ask you. Do you like my new hat? Thank you. Now, another important question. Have you ever gotten a math problem wrong simply because of one little mistake? I'm sure you have, as thousands of other students have. Now, in this series, we're going to be looking at the common mistakes that students make with all the topics in CSEC math, and to look at the common errors, demystify everything, make sure you watch every video in this and avoid those mistakes. So stay tuned. Hello, scholars. Did you know that most times when students get problems wrong in mathematics is as a result of one single error or one mistake? Well, this is absolutely true, and we're going to be looking at those in the different topics in mathematics. If we know the errors beforehand, we can certainly avoid making them. Are you ready? Take my hand.